Okay, so the studio is not done. I just successfully moved everything up here. This is my pile of coloring and art supplies. Yeah. Um, I moved them all upstairs so that I could have them all organized and laid out basically so I know where I'm going to put them. Um, and then furniture wise, so far I moved my desk up here, my little spinny caddy that you guys might remember. And then there'll actually be a stand over here and a stand against this wall as well. So it is not done by any means. I have a cool little view though of the farms. I don't think you can see it. But yeah, I will now get back to my desk and start recording, and then one day this will be done and I can show it to you. Okay, so I am at my desk and by no means prepared to do a video, but I did not do WIP Wednesday, and that was because I was sick, if you can't hear it in my voice. Yes, I'm opening a brand new one. I'm trying these domed applicators instead of the traditional ones like this. So these are like the Ranger Tim Holtz ones with a flat end. I'm gonna try this dome applicator one and see what I think of that. And the reason I'm even breaking those out is I'm going to tackle a page in On the Other Side of the Dream by Carolina Kubikowska. And that is because, as you've seen from my space, things are a little wonky right now. And I wouldn't be able to find anything I needed if I wanted to. So I was like, hey, you know what? I can break out distress inks pretty easily, and that's what I plan to do this book in. So let's just try it and see what happens. Could go bad, could go great. I don't know. I am gonna need some of my little detailer tools too. That's these things here with husky hair, of course. So if you've ever used these, they're the most ridiculous thing, and half the time, excuse me, they've got like major manufacturing defects, but they're handy for like these little spaces. So yeah, I thought I would sit here, and I've got all my distress inks off to the side over here, but they're all like mixed and everything. So I don't even know what's what anymore. I can't find my swatch charts. Then you're probably thinking, well, why are you even recording? I don't know. Felt like it. So yeah. And you know what? This is one of those books where I'm just going to kind of have fun and play around and not really even stress over any of it. So I'm not going for anything like traditional by any means. Let's try this cracked pistachio color. And then let's try some picked raspberry. All right. Yeah, I'm literally just picking colors and we're gonna call it a day. Let's try some peacock feathers. That sounds good, right? Let's see if I can find a purple in this chaos. Got them all stacked here. That's not a purple. I see my Victorian velvet and wilted violet, but I'm hoping for more of a different purple. Maybe wilted violet will be all right. Yeah, nothing is in order right now. It's all chaos. I was like, oh, I can't film like this, but I wanted to film. So this will be kind of a weekend whip. Let's start with this cracked or peacock feathers. So if you're wondering why I have them labeled like this, but like upside down, it's because I store them upside down. So that's why it's like that. I actually learned that from Zucchini Kitty, Karen, over at Zucchini Kitty. I had asked her once on one of her videos if they dry out on her, and she said No, but she stores them upside down. So I was like, yeah, all right, that's a good idea. So yeah, all right. So yeah, WIP Wednesday didn't happen this week, and that was just because I have the flu and I'm still getting over it. Ugh, it is incredibly frustrating because I had COVID not too long ago and I had to get over that. So I'm like, oh, again with this. But yeah, I'm tired and I still have this cough. And the problem is I think I'm tired because I'm just coughing all night, but I'm also tired because I still have like residual exhaustion just from COVID. It's one of my lingering COVID symptoms. So yeah, it's been a little rough there. And then we did move the items you saw into my studio. On camera it looks a little smaller than it really is, but it's just the angle. So I'll have two little buffet style tables off to each side. One's going to be a longer one, one's a shorter one. And then I did bring up the spinning caddy. I was really on the fence on whether to use it or sell it, and I decided I was going to use it. And then yeah, so that we brought up here. Oh my gosh, that thing is heavy. It's built solid. I'm going to give them that. But yeah, it was no easy feat. And then getting my desk up here wasn't easy either. And I think I mentioned it before, but we have an extra long staircase, so it's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, it's weird recording in here right now. New space, but I'm back to the lighting I prefer because I'm now facing the west, so I get the all day pretty light, no nasty sun in the morning that's blinding you. It's nice, really good daylighting. Now afternoon sun, on the other hand, oof, I can't record in the afternoon. But by the afternoon I'm pretty brain dead and I'm not recording anyway, so yeah, but I'm hoping to have the studio done by the end of the month. There's quite a bit to do. I basically stacked everything in that closet there because once I get all the furniture installed, I plan to then kind of, you know, assess everything I have and then make sure everything has a place. And yeah, just like put it away, really methodical and stuff. So that's why it's all like just spewing out of that closet. My husband was like, "You're not leaving it that way, are you? Don't tempt me." But oops, one buffet table has already shown up, but the other one hasn't even shipped yet. So I don't know when that one's gonna come. So and then my chair, I ordered a new chair because right now I'm still using my dining room chair. I was like, well, if I'm gonna have a studio and I'm official now, I should probably get my own chair so my dining room can have its chair back. So yeah, that hasn't shipped yet either. But I do have the one buffet table. I'll try to put together today if I have the energy. I am still sick and I need to keep reminding myself that, but like I hate when things are just not done. It drives me bonkers. Let's grab the purple too. And by the way, I am purposely not trying to stay in the lines here. If you're like, what on earth are you doing? You're not even in the lines. Yeah, that's, this book is supposed to be just carefree. Well, I don't know if that's what the artist intended, but that's how I'm approaching it. Carefree. I don't care about lines. I'm just gonna have fun. I'm gonna mix colors whether they match or not. That was my entire goal when I saw this book. I was just like, oh, this is so pretty. It's just so freeing. Like, I just want it to be fun. No worries in the world if it's out of the lines or whatever. I'm just gonna splash color wherever my little heart desires. So, yeah, but anyway, I can't handle things not done. So the basement's done, and that means like all the kids' toys need to go down there. And like today I finished vacuuming because after installing carpet, it was pretty messy down there, but I got it all vacuumed today. Let's go back to my peacock feathers. And I wanted to start moving the kids' toys down there and getting them out of their room, but oh, after vacuuming that whole downstairs and then moving the rest of my art supplies up here, I'm like, oh, I don't think I can make it. So I decided anytime I walk upstairs for some reason, I'll just grab like a kid's toy or something and bring it downstairs, at least while I'm feeling sick. And then if the energy returns, then I'll worry about it. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying not to rush the studio, but I do want it done, like, because today I was like, oh, I can't even do, I wanted to film a color along, a Hannah Lynn one, because I'm hosting that Hannah Lynn tag. And then I had a Mariola Budek picture I wanted to do, but then I realized I can't even do these color alongs yet because all my pencils are all over the place. Nothing's put away. And that's why I was like, hey, you know, the easiest thing to probably color right now is with my Distress inks, because those are sitting next to me, in no real order though, but they're next to me, and they don't require a lot of prep. And look, I didn't even look at a swatch chart. I was just like, yeah, sure, that color looks like it might work together. And I called it a day. So here we are. But yeah, we'll see. But I should stream this weekend. I'm hoping. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I don't even know if I want to add that cracked pistachio. I'm kind of digging just these three colors. They're pretty. Maybe I could even add like a gray. I'm really liking how they're just playing with one another. Yeah, I really like that. It's so pretty. Okay, let's do the background. Oh wait, we got more leaves up here and right here. So yeah, work is good. My 13-year-old ended up catching the bug, but he was sick for like 48 hours, that lucky boy. He missed one day of school, thank goodness, because he's still struggling with his grades. And I was like, oh my gosh. And the semester is about to end. And as some of you know, he's been grounded for bad grades. So I was like, oh great, he's going to miss more school. But I think he fixed his grades. Today was the last day to turn everything in. And I've been on him. And we've had a lot of conversations about it, because I'm like, I can't sit here and babysit you over your homework, dude. I mean, you're in junior high. You got to learn responsibility. And so we've talked about cutting back on his sports, maybe not baseball. I pretty much told him not baseball because we've invested a lot of time and money in that. And I was like, but we could cut out taekwondo. But I had put him in that for, you know, building his confidence and stuff. And trust me, I would love to save 2 evenings a week not driving to a sport, but I don't know, we'll see. But I think he'll be able to try out for the baseball team this year. We honestly have no expectation of him getting on the team, not because he's not good. It's just very rare for a 7th grader to get on the team. I mean, they have very few slots, and pitchers aren't usually one of them that they take. So he'll more likely get on there in 8th grade, but still he had to fix his grades so he could even try out. Okay, let me get some lids on. it's not like they're going to evaporate right away, but I still don't like leaving the lids off. So I'm going to use my wilted violet on these little mushrooms here. I'm not really going for anything crazy. In fact, I'm gonna cover up those lines. Why stress? So let's see. Yeah, other than moving furniture and getting kids' grades up and being sick, things been good. So my channel had its 2-year anniversary on the 11th. Crazy, crazy to think about. First year of my channel, I didn't do much till the end of that first year, and that was because COVID happened almost right after I started, and I just was too busy dealing with that. And then yeah, I didn't film at all during lockdowns, really. I was just like, I don't want to. I just sat there and colored mandalas and watched all of you that posted videos. I was just like, I'm not feeling it, but yeah, it's nuts to think that it's been 2 years though, and my birthday was on Monday, and thank you to all who sent me happy birthday messages and happy mail. That was really sweet of you guys. I will be showing that in my haul. I was gonna do a separate video kind of like I did for Christmas, but it's just been so chaotic getting the studio set up that I may not have time for 2 separate videos. Just putting a little of this in here because, well, why not? This is actually going to be a fun one because I'm not very good with distress ink. I'm still very new to distress ink, but because this book is just so carefree, and I don't care if I'm in the lines or not. I'm adding some pink in the stalks here because I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like, I can practice blending them and seeing what I think, and just adding this here, a touch of that there. So this will be fun to do all in distress ink. I bought all these distress inks and I need to use them more, that's for darn sure. I just realized that inadvertently I kind of used some of the colors from the cover. But really, I just picked my favorite colors, like a teal, pink, and a purple. So it wasn't on purpose, but worked well. All right, let's see. What should I do next? Maybe these little, or maybe I should do the whole background, but I'm thinking, so if I did picked raspberry, I want to do like a lighter pink. My spun sugar is almost out. I need to order a re-inker. I can't remember how dark worn lipstick is. We'll test it out on... Oh, my worn lipstick is kind of... That one's pretty bright. Well, these domed ones are weird. And I'm trying out these dome ones, which I'm not used to at all. But supposedly they're a little easier. I actually like to use these brushies. I find these brushies a lot better. Let's see. All right, I might have to grab my swatch chart. Okay. Luckily that was available nearby. Ooh, seedless preserves would look good in here. Now these have all been swatched using the brushes, these guys right here. So you got to remember that the color you get with these brushes is lighter than the color you get with the sponge applicator. So always remember that. Now, after that disclaimer, I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what would be nice? Like these little, because it's almost like little pillows of smoke. Little things there too. I wonder if, let's see, what if I did, I got the peacock feathers. I'm almost thinking taking my wilted violet and using that in those real quick. And I'm going to use my brushy tool. Well, I want to be carefree and have fun. I don't want to mess up this book. Because right now they're constantly out of stock. So they are not easy to get a hold of. All right. So I just want to very lightly. Again, I really don't care about the lines. I just want it to be in there. So see how much lighter it is using the brush versus when I was using a little applicator thingy. So it's always a lot lighter with the brush, and the brush doesn't pick up as much. But that's okay. Now you can screw up with these little brushes though. You can accidentally push down too hard. And oopsie, there it goes. Because I have done it multiple times. It's funny because anytime I watch, like, oops, see, like right there, I pushed down too hard. It's okay, we're just gonna buff it out. I'll watch like Zucchini Kitty do her inking, and I'm just like, how does she do that? She makes it so easy looking. The rest of us go to use ink, and we're just like, oh, There's actually a few others that are pretty talented with their distress inks, but she's just the one that we all know and love. One day I will be good. And it's funny because I had a subscriber message me saying they wish they were as good as me and with hair. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. I've been always doing hair for a while, and practice makes perfect. And then I was sitting there. This was before I had decided my 10 books to finish. And I was like, Corey, you preach what, or do what you preach, or whatever that saying is. And I was like, well, I can't. I tell everyone, well, just keep practicing hair. And I'm like, I want to be good at distress inks, but do I do anything with them? No. So here I am. I'm going to make that teardrop peacock feather. So yeah. I figured I should probably get on that. See, look, I'm out of the lines and I don't care. Just buff it around, mix it in here, add to the waterline there. I don't want to do the eyeball pink because then it'll look like it has pink eye. That's a little creepy. Let's see. Then I think, oh, we got this little gemstone down here. Just do a mixture of the colors. Okay, so that's the peacock feather. My hardest part is just using like these tools and using them in a logical way and staying in the lines. That's why I wanted to use inks on this book. Let's get these little doodads right here and make them pink. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Now, should I do a background? Should I just leave it all inky? I mean, I could just mix a lot of these colors. I'm kind of just using this, what's left on my thing here, and just kind of almost cleaning it off while adding little dollops of it. Just kind of mixing it in with these little ink drops, I think they are. Mixing them in there. Yeah, this won't be a very long one just because I'm really holding in my cough. Oh, I shouldn't laugh because then it's really going to come out. But yeah, I'm really holding in my cough and I don't want to just completely cough in someone's ear. Let's add a little bit here. This would be fun to put some Mod Podge on, like glitter Mod Podge, just in certain spots, not all over. Just adding this little to the ink lines again, so it's kind of all rainbowish. They're such pretty colors together. I wonder if it's showing on camera, but really pretty colors. They meld really well. I like it. You've got like little pearls there. So I like it just the way it is. It's just so simple. All right, let me grab some of this peacock feather. I'm gonna add it into these a little bit. Just real lightly. Yeah, this is the entire point of this book. Make it look pretty, because I don't want to rebuy it. But it's hard to rebuy them. They're out of stock. But also just be free and have fun. But I think some Mod Podge, you know, some good glitter accents throughout would look absolutely fabulous. Even like my Spectrum Noir pen, which I think is somewhere nearby. I know the Mod Podge is because that was in the same container as my Distress Inks. So that one's a lot easier to find. Add some pink as well. Some right here. My pink is getting a little built up. If you get a lot on your sponge, it comes out a lot more concentrated. Then you got to use a light hand, which is not my style. That is one thing that makes it hard for me to use Distress Inks is, you know, lightening your hand. And I'm like, but it's not me. Okay. I kind of like that. I don't think I need to do much more to the background. In fact, the white I feel is just perfect. Because then we've got our, let me grab those. Let me grab some sort of glittery element and add that in. And then we'll see what that does too. Okay, I lied. As I was looking for the Mod Podge, I found my Dragonfly glaze from Folk Art, and I was like, hey, F is for January. Let's be consistent. So I grabbed the violet, blue, green shift one, which supposedly is that. So you probably won't really see, let me shake this up. You won't see it really well on camera. But it's nice, little fun. I'm gonna just kind of add it to these mushrooms. Took me a minute to find my cheap brushes. I can find my good watercolor brushes, but I don't use those for my Mod Podge and glitter glazes of sorts, any glaze. And that's because, well, they're not made for that for one, and two, yeah, I don't want to ruin those. Like these are okay. Like if I were to get distracted, you know, have to take the puppy out or anything, I wouldn't cry if the glaze dries on this, whereas like a watercolor brush, oh my gosh. Then you would see me tearing up. Let's see how. I never know how much of this stuff to use. Now it is picking up some of the ink, but these are Distress Inks. They do lift when wet, so, you know, something to keep in mind. We'll do this little gem down here. And I don't know how thick of a coating of this to put on because, you know, I've never used this stuff. Seen it, the After Effects. So let's see. I'm trying to think if I want, oh, that, you know, it would probably look cool on this little teardrop. And there's a whole bunch of different like shifts. You can do the full spectrum. There's like red violet, blue violet. I mean, I bought just a whole pack on Amazon. think I showed them in my last haul. I got them pretty recently. But then this way at least I can qualify for my own tag, because Distress Ink does not start with an F. It's a very light shimmer. Very, very light. Like, I'm sure if I put a thicker coat on, yeah, it says apply 3 or more coats for a dramatic effect, and it cures in 24 hours. So I'm assuming I would, same thing on paper, you know, because paper is soaking it up, but I would have to put on quite a few coats. But let me set this off to the side. I think you can still kind of see the glimmer, maybe. It's hard. Shimmer, shimmer. But yeah, I mean, I can still see it. And I might even grab some of my Mod Podge glitter and put it on there as well. I do have my Nouveau Glimmer Paste, but that would be overkill on this page, because I just want little accents of sparkle. I don't know. We'll leave it as is for now. Let it dry. Think about it. You could always like spray this with your distress bottle and pick some of it up, but I kind of like the way it looks, so I'm just gonna leave it. But yeah, I think this one was simple. And by the way, this was a totally random page, not pre-planned whatsoever, because I am so scatterbrained from moving everything. In fact, I will show you what my desk looks like right now after I let me see if I can adjust this without, like, so there is my desk right now. So, because nothing is put away or organized at the moment, because I'm waiting on, you know, things. So yeah, it's complete chaos up in here. So that's why I was like, well, I had this in a stack because I had filmed my 10 books to finish video before I started packing everything up, and then I had my distress inks nearby, and so I was like, I'm just gonna flip to a random page, do that page with distress inks, and this is what we've done. So this is the epitome of random right here for a makeup WIP Wednesday / WIP weekend. But yeah, I actually like the way it turned out. So super cute. It is wet though. The distress inks are still wet too. You can feel them. They do take a wee bit to dry, distress inks, but that's just so you have time to spray them and whatnot. And the only thing is, I don't know if it'll bleed through this paper if I were to spray them. It's hard to say because this paper is a little thinner than a Hannah Carlson book, and I've been getting some bleed through with my distress inks. So that would be one thing I'd have to test out on, like, one of these pages back here that I don't care about or something. You know, like one that opens to one of these or something. But yeah, this was kind of fun just to wing it with some distress ink and some dragon flag glaze. So now that I participated in my own tag, oh, I wish the sparkle would show, because it's actually at this angle I can see it really well, but I don't think it shows on camera. But it has a really pretty purple, which it should, right? Violet, blue, green. Yep. So I'm seeing the purple. But I might add another coat or 2, 3 once it dries. I don't know how much it's going to buckle this paper, you know, or how thick it's going to be either. So that's the other thing to keep in mind. But thanks guys for hanging out with me for just a quick little video so that I could say hello and catch up. And until next time, which will be on a WIP Wednesday, take care. Bye now.